Very warm good morning to you all, my dear students. Again, welcome back you all to the online classes of chemistry. In previous classes, I had discussed the topic particle nature and their basic units. And I also explained its subtopics, that is atoms and molecules and law of constant proportions. Now, according to your syllabus, the next subtopic is atomic and molecular mass. Before starting this subtopic, my dear children, the question arises in our mind that what is an atom? As I have told you in previous class that atom is defined as the smallest particle of an element that takes part in a chemical reaction. Here one more sentence is added, that which may or may not be capable of free existence. It means atoms are found to be in two states, either free or combined. For example, atoms of noble gases, that is helium, neon, argon, krypton and xenon, are unreactive, hence exist in free state. Now again one more question comes, my dear children, that what are noble gases? Noble gases are the gases which have low density and non-inflammability. They are used very rare, also called as rare elements. And atoms of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, etc. are highly reactive, hence exist in combined state. For example, HCl. Here, highly reactive hydrogen is combined with chlorine, making it hydrogen chloride, and it is similarly for H2O as well as NH3. Okay. Now, next is how big are the atoms? Can we see them? As we already know that atoms are very small in size, so we cannot see the atoms through a simple microscope, but it can be possible to see the atoms through a sophisticated microscope known as scanning tunneling microscope, abbreviated as STM. Through this, we can take photos of atoms. See figure 3.2. The figure is of STM image of a clean surface of silicon. Through these photos, atoms' shape is estimated to be spherical in shape, expressed in terms of their radii called atomic radii, and the unit of atomic radii is expressed in nanometers, abbreviated as small n small m, and its formula is 1 nanometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 9 meter, or 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 9 nanometer. Now, next is symbols used to represent atoms of different elements. Now, what are symbols? Symbol means a short method of representing the full name of an element. So, by seeing the symbol only, we can understand which element we are talking about. Firstly, this idea was proposed by British chemist John Dalton. Few symbols given by Dalton is given below. See figure 3.3. Okay, so as So many elements are there, therefore, it is inconvenient to draw the symbol of each and every element. So, to overcome these obstacles, Berzelius, a Swedish chemist, suggested a more scientific method for representing the full name of an element by using one or two letters from the name of the element. This idea has been used in giving modern symbols to the elements which we use today as discussed below. However, as more and more elements were discovered, an international committee was set up called International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry IUPAC, which approved the names of the different elements, and they have been taken from English, Latin, German, or Greek. So, modern symbols of elements have some guidelines also. So, let's see. Guideline number 1. The first letter is always capital and another letter, if added, is always a small letter. Example, hydrogen represented by capital H, and one more example, aluminium represented by one capital letter and one small letter. First letter is always capital and second one is always small letter. Okay, and the next guideline is the another letter added may be a letter from the Latin name of the element. For example, cobalt. Cobalt it is represented by CO, which is taken from English words. But if we go through copper, it is represented by Cu, which is derived from Latin name copperum. Okay. Table 3.1 Symbols of elements derived from English names, and Table 3.2 Symbols derived from Latin names are shown. So, next is how do atoms exist? So, we already know atoms exist in free state or combined state, and one more state, that is they may also exist in the aqueous solution as ions, means they are consisting of charges. Later we will discuss about ions in details. Okay. Next, our main topic is atomic mass of an element. So, as we know, atoms are very small. Therefore, its atomic mass is also very small. For example, one atom of hydrogen has 1.673 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. So, it is not suitable to use such small values in our calculations. To understand the atomic mass properly, we should first know the meaning of carbon 12 atom. Now, again, my dear children, the question arises, why we choose carbon among all the elements? The reason is it has 6 protons and 6 neutrons, and it is the only element which has equal number of proton and neutron. It is summarized that carbon 12 atom has been assigned an atomic mass of exactly 12 atomic mass units. It was earlier written as AMU as a unit, but nowadays atomic mass unit is denoted by the letter small u. It can be written as atomic mass unit is equal to 1 upon 12 the mass of a carbon 12 atom, or 1 U is equal to 1 upon 12 the mass of a carbon 12 atom. Thus, one atomic mass unit or 1 U is defined as exactly 1/12 the mass of an atom of carbon 12. Hence, we can conclude that if we want to compare the atomic mass of any element, we should compare with carbon 12 atoms taken as 12 units. So, it is clear from the above discussion that the present standard for the atomic masses is carbon 12 atom, which has been assigned an atomic mass of exactly 12 U. So, in this table, some atomic masses of some common elements are given. Okay, children. Now, next is what is a molecule? A molecule is the smallest particle of a substance, either element or compound, which has the properties of that substances and can exist in the free state. Molecules can be formed either by the combination of atoms of the same element or of different elements. Depending on this, there are two types of molecules, that is, molecules of elements and molecules of compounds. This is discussed below. First one is molecules of an element. In this, the first one is monoatomic molecules. In this, all the noble gases comes like helium, neon, etc. They all exist in single atoms. That's why they are termed as monoatomic molecules and its atomicity is 1. Next is diatomic molecule, means all the highly reactive gases come under this category. Means two atoms of hydrogen make it H2, two molecules of oxygen make it O2, two atoms of nitrogen make it N2, and two atoms of chlorine make it Cl2, means 2. Here the atomicity is 2, so they are diatomic molecules. Similarly, for triatomic molecule, three molecules or three atoms of oxygen exist together to make it formula of O3, which is ozone. So it comes under triatomic molecules. In we can say that depending upon the atomicity, they are categorized into monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, and many more. Tetratomic as per the name, the element which has four atoms. For example, phosphorus P4. Sulfur exists as an octatomic molecule as it is represented by 8. So we can generally called as molecules containing more than 4 atoms are generally called polyatomic. Next is molecules of a compound, means different species combined together to form molecules of a compound. First one is your diatomic molecule, HCl, one hydrogen and one atom of chlorine combined together to form a diatomic molecules of a compound. Second one is triatomic molecules. Triatomic molecules will take the example of water, that is H2O. Here, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen make it water, H2O. Okay, so they are triatomic molecules. Tetratomic molecules, hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. Two atoms of hydrogen and two atoms of oxygen make a tetraatomic molecule. Okay. Next is your molecular mass. The molecular mass of a substance is the relative mass of its molecule as compared with the mass of a carbon 12 atom taken as 12 unit. The molecular mass is expressed in atomic mass units U. Here also same we have done in atomic mass, molecular mass is also same. we have to compare the other elements from our standard unit, that is carbon 12 atom, in case of atomic mass also and in case of molecular mass also. The standard unit value is your carbon 12 atom. Hence, calculation if you want to do for molecular mass, how we will calculate, we will do the molecular mass is equal to sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms present in one molecule of the substance. For example, if we are taking H2O, here two atoms of hydrogen and one atoms of oxygen will be equal to molecular mass. So, the molecular mass of water will be equal to sum of the masses of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. So, it can be calculated as mass of hydrogen atom 1 and mass of two hydrogen atoms. Why we are taking 2? Because the formula of water is H2O. So, 2 multiplied by 1, 2U. Mass of oxygen is already 16. So, molecular mass of H2O, that is water, will be mass of 2 hydrogen atom plus mass of oxygen atom. 2 plus 16, that is 18U. So, the molecular mass of water will be 18U. Okay. Here some of the molecular masses is given. Okay. So, here finishes our class, students. So, next class I'll come with next topic. Thank you.